Good evening, everyone. My name is Josh Halter, and this afternoon I will be conducting my art and industry interview with Alex Christie. Alex is an assistant technician for the Prairie Arts Center of the Arts. Alex, welcome.
Thanks. It's good to be here.
All right, Alex, well, let's get right to it. First question is, what do you see as the role of visual arts in society today, particularly in your profession?
Well, it's got a pretty big role. At least in what I do, in live sound. I do like live sound reinforcement for bands and like live events. And for that, it's really important because it complements a lot. Like I'm mostly doing music, and that's like the whole point for a live show. But it's the visual art complements the audio, and it just makes the whole experience more worthwhile, right? And it almost imprints that experience gets imprinted onto the listener. I think in a more in a deeper way. There's a deeper connection than just if he was just going to see a band play and just listening to music. I think with the visual stimulation, it just drives the whole focus, the whole point, everything of what the show was. The artist's brand. It just kind of completes the whole thing in like a package. And also in theater, it's kind of similar. The visual arts help with the imagination. It just helps with the whole visualization of where you're going, of what you're watching. You're seeing these actors pretending they're on a mountain, talking, whatever. And just the visual art helps that. So I think it's very important to help complete the experience of whatever you're doing. Mm-hmm. It kind of adds the cherry on top, in a sense.
Nice, okay. Next question then. New communications and media technologies make imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or negative influence on your particular field?
I would say both, but more. I would say both, but definitely. I don't know. I only like to look at the positive. Mm-hmm. I think there's. I don't know. I think there is more positive actually. Now that I think about it, because if anything, technology just increases the rate at which all this art is consumed. And created. So I think that in itself is a good thing because it's just things are being moving so fast. We live in this remix culture. We see something, we relate to it, we want to produce something that is a remix of it. We want to put our soul into. We want to take something and put something from us into it, and then put it back out there and see what that. And then someone will take that and put something else into that. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's really special that we kind of grown with technology. It's kind of made us into this remix culture because the rate of that everything's just accelerating. Sometimes we can't. And from people redoing movies and remixing songs, sometimes original work doesn't always happen, I guess, and that's not bad. I think it's good because there can be a lot of art and there can be a lot of things to say by remixing somebody's or putting a spin on someone's original thought.
Yeah. Do you think also with this new technology, it's helping someone like, for example, you're not exactly the top professional yet, but mm-hmm. Do you think it's something that like people that are in the starting blocks, even like before you in my position, is this new technology helping kind of get like our work out there quicker?
Yeah, that's definitely one thing. It's made entering the industry that we are working in so much easier. So in that way, it's good and bad because it's easier, which means anyone can just enter and put their work out.
Throw it out
and it's great. But it also could be bad at the same time because then you're getting Joe Schmo who doesn't know what the hell he's doing, putting out what he thinks is hot, and it sounds like crap. So it's good and bad.
You're
but
kind
I
of
think
on both sides of the fence?
Yeah, there can be. I think there's an argument for both. They'll never be negative. Like, they'll never be an all positive, I think, to it. So you just got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah. Very nice. Mm. Next question. what popular images do you see that are frequently repeated throughout your industry?
Well, probably I would have to say like brand logos and like branding.
Mm-hmm.
That's mainly the type of visual art that I'll see in my everyday. It's mostly yeah, like
Yeah, dealing with audio, it's interesting just to see what you would have come up
Yeah.
with because it is not a lot of staring at something necessarily more than the soundboard itself or
Yeah.
the device you're necessarily controlling.
Right. I'm more looking at like numbers and meters and
Just a lot of
graphs.
levelers. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's not so much visual art per se,
definitely.
but just more like logos and branding and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
And now just getting into some of your favorites. Who's one of your favorite visual artists, and what is your favorite style of visual art?
I would have to say my favorite visual artist.
Mhm.
I don't look at too much visual art as I do music.
Mhm.
But if I had to pick one, I'd say Salvador Dali
Okay.
because he was at the forefront of a pretty big movement in the 50s and 60s, I believe, called Surrealism.
Mhm.
And it's just like a whole. I mean, I don't know entirely the whole movement, like the whole point of it, but it's basically the paintings are all. It's surreal. It's like it's some world that is not. There may be things that are we've seen in our world, but it's just totally surreal, almost like a dream.
Yeah, like
So-
a little bit of a mix of the dream world
Yeah.
infused with the real world
Yeah,
kind of a deal.
like he has some paintings where he's got like horses. He just painted horses in like a big, huge desert, but the horses are like 200 feet tall and their legs
Larger
are
than
like
life figures.
yeah. So just kind of stuff like that. Really, I like that kind of stuff.
So as far as like your favorite style, then it'd be painting, or would there be something else?
I mean, I like movies and like video too, but like
Mhm.
I don't know. I guess as a favorite, it's hard for me to pick a favorite. But for this, I'll say like painting and like Salvador Dali.
Nice.
Today, I'll say that.
Hey, stuff changes every day.
Right, my mood will change.
And last question for you, Alex. Has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process? If so, how?
I would say
I mean, whether it be like you saw, for example, one of these Salvador Dali paintings, did it inspire you to go do something, not necessarily, with art itself, but did it help you in the creative process with mixing a song or with how you just went about your day dealing with a project at work?
probably no,
No?
not really. If anything, like maybe like the reverse is opposite. Like
So like with you, your routines are kind of like so
Like,
set in stone that once you like get familiar and get comfortable with them, you kind of don't try to stray too far off the path.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, understandable. Well, that was it, Alex. That was all the questions I had for you. Thank you for the time in the interview. I greatly appreciate it. And
No problem.
everyone, you have a good day. Bye.